Today, we're excited to have Jimmy Lopez. Jimmy, can you say hello to the audience?
Xin chào. Good morning, everyone. I'm very happy to be here and very warm welcome to you all.
We're here to talk about the exceptional food and beverage offering at Hoiana Resort and Golf. So before we start, can you sharing a bit about your journey with Hoiana and your time in Vietnam?
Sure. Very interesting journey. So I think I maybe want to speak about on a personal level my discovery of Vietnam. I first came here in 2018 on a vacation. I was then living with my family in Macau, and we decided to visit central Vietnam for a very, very short trip, about 3-4 days. And when we arrived in Vietnam, we felt there was something very special about this place. I don't know if it's spiritual, but when we arrived, we felt really a sense of a welcome. The service level that we received from the Vietnamese people, the quality of the food, and the scenery made our trip very, very special. And I told my wife at the time, I said, listen, it will be amazing if one day, I get a job in Vietnam. And sure enough, a year later, after we returned to Macau, I received a call asking me if I would be interested in opening Hoiana Resort and Golf. Of course, I was excited. The family was excited, and we took on this job and came as a family. So we arrived in 2019 to open with the Rosewood Hotel Group to open 4 hotels and in excess of 15 restaurants. So my journey started in October 2019 in a country that I have experienced only once, which I loved. And it has been 5 years now. So moving from initially being the complex director of food and beverage to now being the hotel general's manager. And I'm very excited about it.
Yes, incredible, a long journey. So can you giving us an overview about Taste of Hoiana?
So Taste of Hoiana is a program, it's a signature program that we have developed to ensure that when guests are visiting Hoiana Resort and Golf, they have the opportunity to experience different venues and different tastes from Vietnam, but more broadly from Asia in general and beyond with some Italian restaurants, American steakhouse, and so on. So it's really, really a program that allows for the guests to have, during their stay, a variety of restaurants available, as well as many, many signature dishes.
Oh, I just wonder what inspired you to make this concept?
Because the idea came because we have so many restaurants, so many different variety, very, very talented culinary teams, a lot of great chefs. And we wanted to highlight this. Sometimes we think that our resort is the best kept secret, and we want really to be loud and make sure that everybody knows about our restaurants' offers. So it became natural for us to really put these programs together so that, again, during your stay, for a very, very broad audience, whether you are here on a business trip, because we do some business with mice, either with a family, on your wedding, with a bunch of friends. We have an opportunity to cater to a very, very large audience with many different styles. So this was the idea, make our restaurants visible, accessible, and as diverse as possible to cater to a very large audience.
Okay, it sounds great. And I want to start a quick section with you that you need to answer so quickly, around 2 or 3 seconds, that I want you to rank top 5 most favorite food in Hoiana. Are you ready?
I am.
Okay. So the 5.
Five. So top five, I would say number five will be probably the Charles Grill Tomahawk Australian piece at the grill restaurants. Then I would say maybe any dim sum at our Lucky Court restaurants. Third, I would say probably the beef chick risotto at Osteria Italian. Second, most likely our Sichuan style lobster at San Silo. And first, I'm going to have to say with a local dish, the Kaolo, which is typical of Quang Nam, where we are, and delicious.
So you rank the Cao Lo is top one. Why you think it's special?
Because when you come to Vietnam, you've got to try Vietnamese food. It's so special. I think Cao Lo is a noodle based a dish that for me encompass all that Vietnam has to offer in terms of taste, in terms of balance between the sweet, the sour. It's the perfect dish. It's available everywhere, but our local chef here made it even more special by the passions that they put into it day in day out.
Yes, it sounds fantastic. I do love Cao Lo too. I noticed that in the list, there's so many dishes come from many different culture. I want to ask you, can you tell us about the diversity of the dining option available in Hoiana?
Yeah, diversity is important for two core reasons. Firstly, it's because we have a very, very large diversity of nationalities coming to our resort. Initially, we thought we were going to be very Asian-centric, but we realized that Vietnamese people love coming here, spend some time, either on the weekends, staycations, or often, from longer trip. But beyond, our local audience and the Vietnamese people that come to our resort, we also caters to Korean, Chinese, people living in Hong Kong, Malaysia, and beyond. We've been very successful with the Australian market, and now we start to see more and more of the European market developing and North America. So because we have this very, very large audience, we need to ensure that the diversity of restaurants reflects, the nationalities that are coming. And also because our length of stay is increasing. So the guests used to come here for a day or two. Now we start seeing some increment of the number of days that the guests are staying with the resort. So of course, if you stay 1 or 2 nights, you're going to try, Vietnamese public breakfast, lunch, and dinner like I do.
Yes.
But after 4 or 5 days, you want to try, different type of food. And that is why we have Italian, Korean, Chinese, Vietnamese, of course, but also some grills and many more. So it's really, really important for us to have this diversity.
Do Vietnamese people or Hoi An people love the diversity in the restaurant?
Oh, yes, they love it. I was quite surprised actually by the support that we get from the local community. We have on every weekend a high level of visitations coming from the neighbors. So we have a lot of Vietnamese from Da Nang coming. But as I said earlier, people fly all the way from Ho Chi Minh or from Hanoi to spend some days with us over the weekend. Tet, of course, is a very important time of the year for us. We focus primarily on the domestic market, on the Vietnamese guests. But yeah, the local community has been extremely supportive. They like to try different restaurants, something that they don't find necessarily elsewhere. We've got some great Korean restaurants, some very genuine, authentic Chinese food. And we've been very popular with the locals.
So let's talk about the Knox Beach Club. What makes it stand out, especially the launch of the new menus?
Knox Beach Club is a very special place. We opened it early in the year. Actually, we launched it in April this year. This is the latest additions to our resort. It features 4 restaurants and 2 bars, 1 main bar in the central of the freeform pool, and 4 restaurants. One is Italian, genuine Italian. Our executive chef is Italian. We have the grill, which features a lot of different cut of meats from around the world, from Japan to Argentina, the US, Australia, Europe. So very, very special place. We have a charcoal grill, like a Jasper type of oven, which really makes the flavor stand out. And we are about to launch or relaunch the restaurant that is going to be the Seafood Shack, a very genuine, local, authentic seafood. As you can see, we are very close to the beach.
Yes.
So give us access to very fresh product. And we wanted to highlight this and put it on the menu. So the upcoming launch of the Shack Seafood, authentic Vietnamese, is going to be something very special.
Yes. So if I visit to North Beach Club for the first time, what must-try dish that you will suggest to me, and why?
If you come to the Knox Beach Club for the first time, you should make a day of it. You can come early in the morning, rent a cabana, spend the day by the pool, order a couple of cocktails, go for a swim. You have a direct access to the beach. Come back, and then once you try the food, I would probably recommend you to go to the grill restaurants, handpick the cut of meat that you prefer for any type of countries that you like your beef coming from. And again, the chefs can make it to your taste, cooked à la minute on the charcoal grill. So very, very special experience. But that being said, again, I'm very much looking forward to the reopening of the Shack Seafood, which is going to happen on the 2nd of December, because the quality of the seafood that we are going to offer and the cooking style, especially the chef has come up with a lot of different clay pots. So it's not steamed, it's not fried. It's again, very, very, very good. And I'm looking forward to that.
Yes, thank you. I will try it. How does taste for Hoiana reflect Hoiana brand's value and ambition?
Well, our values are transparency, ownership, passion, innovations, collaborations. And I think the taste of Hoiana reflects exactly that. We have chefs coming together from different backgrounds, different cooking style. They put their heart and their mind into it. So we've got on-site Korean chefs, Chinese chef, Italian chefs, of course,
Wow,
a
so
lot
diverse.
of
Yes.
very diverse with their own expertise, but combined together with sharing of the ideas, sharing of the style. It's really an interesting mix. So everybody learns from each other, everybody supports each other, and what comes out of it is really a great variety for guests coming into Hoiana that they can experience. Nobody gets bored, with the food offering here because it's so diverse, and we are for every budget as well. It can be from just a pho that is very well done here to a banh mi to a fine dining experience in our Chinese restaurants at San Silo with live seafood available in a tank. So it's really, really broad.
Yes. So beside this restaurant, is there any coffee shop, bars, or lounge that I can experience?
Yeah, so coffee shops here in Hoiana, we have the Commons, which is really the hub of the hotels. You sit in the lobby, you sip on some local coffee. Our coffee beans are being roasted locally here in Hoi An. So we use Vietnamese coffee. And it's a great place to relax, to look at people passing by. Again, this is in the center of the resort. In New World Hotel, we have partnered with Kong Cafe, which
Yes.
is a very well-known coffee offering
A coffee shop I
famous
really love. Yes.
coconut coffee, right?
Yes.
So this is also a great addition to our resorts, and these partnerships allows us, to even make a greater offer for our guests. We have in Hoiana Hotel and Suite on the 16th floor, overlooking Shime Island and Infinity Pool. Also a great place to go and watch the view and really slow down and look at the days. But a day like today, it's just beautiful. So we have a lot of nooks, a lot of places within the hotels that can accommodate, coffee lovers.
Yes, I see the atmosphere of those bars is truly captivating. What inspired you to make this concept is really unique and stylish ambience in the Hoi An?
Yeah, the coffee culture is it's quite large in Vietnam. Everybody likes it, and I think Coffee culture is it's broad all around the world. I think at any time of the day, everybody wants to sit down at some point, relax. You want to do it in a stylish environment, but yet having a sense of place. And that's why, again, we are sourcing our produce locally. We are making sure that the techniques to brew our coffees, to craft our cocktails are very authentic. And this is what makes it very, very special for us. The environment, it's beautiful. Again, we're in a resort. We are blessed to be on a coast with 4 kilometers of untouched, pristine beachfront. So it's a special place.
Yes. I just wonder, how do you maintain the level of quality across the diverse dining venue in the Hoiana Resort?
There are many, many things that come into this factor. First of all, it starts with working with the best produce. So we have a very high level of hygiene standards, and we are very picky with the suppliers that we work with, right? So we've got a team that is auditing our partners on monthly basis. So if I buy the meat from you, then every month I will go and visit your shop to make sure that your level of hygiene, the way you handle the produce, is as high as what we are implementing here within the resort. Once the produce is here, the chefs are very well trained. We promote from within, so we have a very large number of team members that have been with us since the very beginning. So we opened about 4 years ago now, and they go through monthly training, a lot of cross training as well. So if one day you work in an Italian restaurant, it is possible that 6 months from now, you are going to be transferred to the Korean restaurants, and 6 months later, maybe to the Chinese restaurants. We want you to acquire different skill set that is maybe one day going to position you to become an executive chef. We also have on daily basis reviewing guest feedback. So we have systems that allows us to test the sentiment of the guest on the satisfactions within our resort, with many offerings, not only food and beverage, but food and beverage is an essential part of the experience when you come to Hoiana. And lastly, the culture. The culture is at the heart of everything that we do here in Hoiana. We share the same core values, and we train every day to make sure that we're all aligned on what we want to achieve here, which is guest satisfactions, highest scores.
Yeah. Yes, I heard you say San Silo so many times. So let's talk about the San Silo and Lucky Coach. So what makes this restaurant apart?
San Silo is a franchise of Hong Kong, and it's very important because it offers genuine, Sichuan cuisine, which is a bit, food with a kick, a bit spicy, a lot of, pepper, live seafood. So great place, more on a fine dining style. But most importantly, it's genuine. We have Chinese chefs within these kitchens, and I think we've been able to really bring this authentic experience to the resort. In regards to Lucky Court, it's more of a casual dining place. I think is well loved by families, by locals, as well as overseas visitors. It's been a success since the very beginning. We've changed the menu a few times, but you can have from the basic milk tea to a great array of dim sum, some pigeons that is also quite popular in the Lucky Court. So both those restaurants are authentic in the sense that they are managed by Chinese chef, and this is what makes the difference at the end of the day.
So how does a taste of Hoiana cater to both Vietnamese, the local, and international guests?
Yeah, I think when it comes to large group and families, we find the sharing style being very popular. Instead of everybody ordering their own dish, people wants to bring a lot of food to the table and make it very casual and share. Right, the idea of sharing is caring, and our menu reflect that. We have a lot of dishes on our menu that are meant to be to be shared amongst friends and partners. So this is how Taste of Hoiana reflects the needs for the families and the groups, both local and from overseas.
Yes. So, finally, what next for Taste of Hoiana? Is there any new concept or expansion on this horizon?
Oh, we're going to have a great learning experience this year with Test of Hoiana. And as always, we reflect back on what works, what doesn't, where we can make adjustments. And guest feedbacks are very important. So based on what we are going to hear, what are what we can do better, that is going to make us move forward. But I would say more collaborations, remain authentic, strong focus on the local produce, locally sourced. And I think this is important because, of course, the sustainability is also something that we are very keen on pursuing. So yeah, I think those three elements is what is going to continue to set, Test of Hoiana.
Yes. I think that's all for today. Thank you so much, Jimmy. It sounds like very something special for everyone to come here and taste of Hoiana. Is a fantastic showcase of the resolve, dedication to culinary excellence.
Come on, son. It's been a pleasure to be on your show.
Yes.
To all the listeners and to all the viewers, thank you very much for your time.
Yes. Once again, thank you for joining us.